The big man at bay. DDT!
Professional wrestlers of all shapes and sizes walked on God's green earth, but there is a unique sense of aura about a super heavyweight performer. These kinds of performers not only seem larger than life, but defied the laws of human evolution. WWE's storied history tells us that they love to tell the story of a giant. Over the years, the company has truly been blessed with many colossal wrestlers. While some have reached the unassailable heights that match their gargantuan sizes, some have found themselves in a pool of mediocrity. Here we take a look at the 10 largest super heavyweight WWE wrestlers ever.
Fuji, just grab Kamala. I didn't see him do that. Oh, what a maneuver!
Yokozuna, the heaviest wrestler to ever step foot in a WWE ring, period. At one point in time, he weighed around a whopping 760 pounds, yet the Samoan was deceptively quick between the rings. It was the main reason behind him winning the WWE title not once, but twice. Yokozuna had countless battles with the legends of the business like Bret Hart and The Undertaker. Usually, the performers who are on the heavier side seldom attain the level of success that they had in their careers. Master Fuji's disciple was a unique blend of brawn and brain. His quest to break the 800 to 900 pounds weight barrier eventually led to his untimely death in 2000. Yokozuna had shifted his focus to the independent circuit and had expressed the desire to become the heaviest professional wrestler ever. However, pulmonary edema, a condition caused by the blockage of the lungs, claimed his life. The super heavyweight wrestler was only 41 at the time. It's almost impossible to surpass or even match the gigantic frame that he possessed. While some performers might have come close, breaking Yokozuna's 760-pound record has not been anyone's cup of tea.
Oh, slam! Andre picked him up with ease.
Andre the Giant. Not many performers of yesteryears have a full-blown battle royale dedicated to their name in WWE. That honor is deserved for the absolute best-in-class Andre the Giant, standing at a mind-boggling 7 foot 4 inches and having a maximum weight of 555 pounds. He was undoubtedly a freak of nature. The 8th wonder of the world's extraordinary height was due to his suffering from gigantism, a medical condition that is the result of uncontrollable levels of growth hormones in the body. Andre has been a part of WWE from the initial years of Vince McMahon Jr.'s regime. Unsurprisingly, he has been the architect of many memorable moments in WWE. Who could forget his iconic passing of the torch fight with Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania 3, or the time when the towering wrestler got scared to wits by Jake Robert Snake Damien. While his in-ring persona saw him portray a toughened-up individual, his peers have certified him to be a sweetheart in real life. Andre can be termed the first super heavyweight wrestler to ply his trade in WWE. There may never be anyone else like him in the company for the foreseeable future.
This giant is a mean hombre.
You know, I think he's a little bit mean.
Giant Gonzalez. From one of the best super heavyweights in WWE to one of its worst, George Gonzalez, aka Giant Gonzalez, had everything one could expect from a top-tier WWE performer. A staggering stature of around 8 feet and a weight of 460 pounds promised a lot. But the former basketball player fell flat on expectations and his career in the Stanford-based company never took off. The wrestling juggernaut tried a lot from their end, even pitting Gonzalez against its top draw, The Undertaker. However, contrary to his gimmick, the Phenom was no magician, and even he could not eke out the best from the Argentine. It's safe to say that Gonzalez's stint in WWE was a forgetful one. Nevertheless, he was and is the tallest performer to ever compete in the promotion.
Khali took Viscera down. Well, look at it. Whoa!
The Great Khali. He was another giant who flattered to deceive during his time with WWE. Dalip Singh, aka the Great Khali, had a debut to dream of when he launched a bold attack on The Undertaker in 2006. He would then enter a lackluster feud with the Dead Man. The Indian wrestler lacked the ring awareness and the smarts, which are the essential qualities required from a WWE superstar, Irrespective of size, he boasted of an impressive CV even before arriving at a Stanford-based promotion. Khali had forayed into bodybuilding and also a stint into erstwhile WCW. Not only that, he had performed in NJPW as well. The WWE certainly looked to capitalize on its popularity in India by bringing in one of its own. So much so that the 350-pounder even won the World Heavyweight Championship in 2007. But any sustained push failed to materialize for Khali in the long run. He was gradually moved to the mid-card and was given a dreaded Punjabi playboy gimmick. To many's surprise, he did form a certain level of connection with the audience with this character, but it was still not enough to give momentum to Khali's failing career in the company. He chose not to renew his contract when it expired in 2014. Singh has made some rare appearances in WWE since and was rather surprisingly inducted into the Hall of Fame class of 2021.
He said he was going to do it! He's doing it! The choke slam!
Big Show. Paul White, aka The Big Show, can easily be termed as one of the most successful super heavyweight performers in WWE. He was part of the WCW locker room in the latter half of the 90s. The world's largest athlete was humongous and weighed more than 350 pounds at the time, but it was nothing in comparison to his weight in WWE. Show weighed more than 500 pounds at a certain point during his career, combining that with his 7-foot height. He was always a force to be reckoned with. White had memorable feuds with the likes of The Undertaker, Brock Lesnar, and Kurt Angle. The squared circle crumbled 2 times from his weight's impact, once against Lesnar and the other time versus fellow giant Mark Henry. After nearly 2 decades of association with the WWE, Show decided to finally call it quits in 2021. He joined AEW the same year and has competed there to date.
500-pounder up, Mark Henry! Oh my God!
Mark Henry. Another one of WWE's resident giants, Mark Henry had a rewarding career with the promotion. After participating in the 1996 Olympics, he joined the company in 1998. Henry stayed on the main roster for 2 years before he was sent to WWE's Development Territory (OVW) to hone his craft. During this time, he competed in many strongman competitions and set various records. The World's Strongest Man returned to WWE programming in 2002, and this time he was in for the long run. An impressive build of more than 350 pounds meant that he was always a daunting opponent in the ring. Henry's rivalries with top players like Batista and John Cena helped elevate his status as a performer. He even went on to have a run as the World Heavyweight Champion later in his career. The Silverback's Hall of Pain gimmick was hugely successful, and his character work at the time received widespread acclaim. After almost 1.5 decades into WWE, he bid adieu to in-ring competition in 2017. However, Henry remained associated with the promotion in various capacities till 2021 before joining AEW as a commentator. He spent 3 years there before leaving in 2024.
Believe it! Kane catching Roman!
Kane. Even though Glenn Jacobs, aka Kane, made his WWE debut in 1995, it wasn't until 1997 that he would use the demonic masked character of Kane. He debuted his new persona at the Bad Blood In Your House event in 1997, interfering with his kayfabe older brother The Undertaker's match. A long-drawn brotherly rivalry would soon ensue as the duo competed in many matches against each other, including 2 WrestleMania bouts. The Big Red Monster was aptly named as he boasted a height of 7 feet and possessed an imposing weight of 326 pounds. His chilling demeanor was the stuff of nightmares to the fans for decades. Kane's domination knew no bounds as he held the record for most eliminations in a single Royal Rumble match in 2001 edition for a long time. A long and rewarding career saw him capture every major title that was on offer in WWE. Most notably, he won the WWE Championship and the World Heavyweight title at separate points in his career. The Demon's favorite son ventured into politics and was elected the mayor of Knox County in 2018. He still remains in office after winning the 2nd term in 2022. The WWE recognized Kane's contributions to the wrestling world and inducted him into the 2021 Hall of Fame class.
Lesnar's reeling, the match is over. Oh my God!
The Undertaker. The Undertaker would be in the Mount Rushmore of the greatest WWE wrestlers that ever lived. Nobody would have thought that the towering wrestler who debuted in the 1990 Survivor Series would one day rule WWE. His supernatural persona and mystique immediately forged a strong connection with the audience. Add to that an eye-catching height of 6 feet 11 inches and a 300-pound-plus frame, and the company soon realized it had a superstar in its hand. The Phenom would soon improve his ring work to go with his already impressive character work over the years. His impressive 21-match winning record in WrestleMania is unlikely to ever be toppled. During Taker's 3 decades within the WWE, he was a part of many iconic rivalries. His tussle with kayfabe brother Kane, the Animal Batista, Shawn Michaels, and Triple H were absolutely top jaw-droppers. The Dead Man was capable of forming an in-ring chemistry with almost everyone, and that made him a legend of the game. Taker held the prestigious WWE Championship 4 times and the World Heavyweight Championship thrice during his time with the company. He had his last hurrah in a cinematic boneyard match against AJ Styles at WrestleMania 36 and was deservedly inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame in 2022.
Kane. Oh no, watch the speed. Good God.
Mabel, Viscera, and Big Daddy V. Not all super heavyweight had the capability of becoming top stars. This is true with regards to Mabel, aka Viscera, aka Big Daddy V's WWE career. The early parts of his tenure showed promise when he won the prestigious 1995 King of the Ring tournament. Mabel looked set for a massive push to the very top, but his limitations in the ring and his propensity to injure his colleagues worked against him. He initially departed WWE in 1995 before sparking a comeback in 1998 and joining the Ministry of Darkness faction. The stint of the 480-pound wrestler lasted for 2 years as he again left the Stanford-based promotion. He was repackaged and presented as the world's largest love machine, Viscera, upon his return to WWE in 2004. Despite the company's best efforts, the Giant failed to capture fans' imagination, even after another repackaging, this time with the name Big Daddy V. It was finally let go from WWE in 2007. Viscera breathed his last when he suffered from a fatal heart attack in 2014.
Oh no. Wait a minute.
Kevin Nash and Diesel. One of WWE's top stars in the 90s, Kevin Nash, aka Diesel, was a reliable performer in the ring. He joined the WWE from WCW in 1993, initially serving as Shawn Michaels' bodyguard. Nash won the tag team titles with Michaels twice and went on to capture singles gold as well. He won the Intercontinental title once and toppled Bret Hart to win the WWE title. The Big Daddy Cool returned to WCW in 1996 and formed the iconic faction, the New World Order, along with fellow legends Hulk Hogan and Scott Hall. WWE got its own version of the NWO after WCW folded, but it was nowhere near as successful. Nevertheless, the 6'9" wrestler entered WWE royalty twice, as he was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame twice. First as an individual wrestler in 2015 and second as a member of the NWO.
Between Umaga and Kane. You can't really... Oh, yeah!
Umaga. Edward Smith Fatu, or Umaga, was part of a 3-minute warning team which debuted in WWE in 2002, along with his cousin Rosie. However, he wouldn't gain widespread fame until he re-debuted as the tattooed Samoan wrecking machine Umaga in 2006. Fatu portrayed the character of an untamable beast that was set on the path of destruction to perfection. His 350-pound massive frame meant that he was a credible threat to the supremacy of the absolute best at the time. Despite his huge size, Umaga's movement within the ropes was super quick, and he had many acclaimed matches while in the company. His carnage-filled last man standing match with John Cena at Royal Rumble 2007 still gets talked about in wrestling circles. Unfortunately, a second wellness policy violation led to him being released from WWE in 2009. He died an untimely death when he suffered from a heart attack the same year.
Shooting himself in the foot once again.
And again, the power of Omos.
Omos, the Nigerian giant, turned heads when he debuted as a bodyguard for the now defunct Raw Underground in 2020. Omos, his astonishing stature of 7 foot 2 inches, set him apart from every other wrestler on the roster. He was initially paired with AJ Styles, and the duo even won the tag team titles at one point before splitting. The 400-pound performer then received the managerial services of the always contriving MVP. Omos had since battled with some of the top wrestlers in WWE, namely Seth Rollins and Brock Lesnar. The company primarily uses the towering Nigerian sparingly, as he is mostly part of battle royales, featuring many other wrestlers from time to time. Marvelous verdict. The history of WWE cannot be written without mentioning some of these enormous performers. A few of them have even carried the company through its thick and thins. There's no denying the fact that a super heavyweight grappler is a major draw. By any chance, if they are talented between the ropes, and there is no limit to which their popularity cannot reach. Some of these men have spent decades entertaining the audience and have reserved a special place for themselves in the wrestling folklore forever.